Today we are taking a look at NCX Linux, one of the most underrated lightweight distros out there. And with the brand new NCX 26 just dropping on March 21st, there's never been a better time to talk about it. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow. Alright, let's get into it. So what exactly is NCX Linux? NCX is a Debian based Linux distribution built with one goal in mind: to be fast, lightweight and run on hardware that most other distros have completely given up on. It has no systemd, no snap, no flatpak, just a clean minimal system that gets out of your way and lets you actually use your computer. NCX 26 is named Stephen Kapos, or tribute to a long-time community member, and this version is built on top of Debian 13, codenamed Trixie. So you are getting a very modern and stable base underneath all that lightness. If you have an old laptop sitting in a corner collecting dust, NCX is probably the first distro you should try on it. Now let's talk installation. NCX 26 comes in two editions. There's the full edition, which is around 2 GB, and the core edition, which is much smaller, 600 MB for download, for those who want to build things up from scratch. Both editions are available for 64-bit and 32-bit systems, and I want to emphasize that 32-bit support in 2026 is extremely rare. NCX is one of the very few actively maintained distros that still supports older 32-bit hardware, which is a huge deal if you have a really old machine. Installation is straightforward. The installer gives you a few options upfront, including which Init system you want to boot with, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Once installed, the total disk usage sits at just over 8 GB, including 1 GB swap file. That's incredibly efficient. When you first boot into NCX, you are greeted by IceWM, the default window manager. Now it's not going to win any design awards, but that's kind of the point. Everything here is intentional, it's clean, it's fast, and it loads almost instantly. But NCX doesn't lock you into IceWM. Out of the box you get Fluxbox, JWM. You can switch between them easily, and each one gives a slightly different feel while staying very light on resources. This is one of the NCX classic strengths, giving you flexibility without adding bloat. You're in control of how your desktop looks and behaves without needing to install anything extra. Okay, now let's talk about the biggest headline feature in NCX 26, and honestly something that no other mainstream Linux distro is doing right now. NCX 26 ships with 5 Init systems. For those who don't know, the Init system is basically the first process that runs when your computer starts. It's responsible for bringing everything else up. Most Linux distros use systemd. NCX refuses to, and instead it gives you a choice. The 5 options are runit, which is the default, sysvinit, dinit, s6rc and s666. And here's the cool part, all 5 options remain available even after installation. You can switch your default Init system without reinstalling anything. Why does this matter? Because it gives you power users and system administrator a level of control that is simply not available anywhere else. You can pick the Init system that fits your workflow, your hardware, or just your personal preference. For most users, runit as the default is a great choice. It's simple, fast and reliable, but having the others there if you want to experiment is a really thoughtful feature. Let's quickly look at what's running under the hood. NCX 26 ships with a customized 5.10 LTS kernel and also includes the newer 6.6 kernel for 64-bit systems, so you have options there too. Instead of standard udev, NCX uses eudev, keeping it completely free from systemd dependencies. On 64-bit full installations, the audio stack is pipewire with a wire plumber, which is modern and works great. On 32-bit systems, it falls back to ALSA, which is perfectly fine for older hardware. The whole system is built to be lean. There's no unnecessary background process eating your RAM. Everything that runs is there because it needs to be. For software, NCX 26 comes with a solid set of everyday tools. You get LibreOffice for productivity, Firefox ESR for browsing, Close Mail for email, and for multimedia there's MPV, Celluloid and XMMS. There's also a nice set of in-house NCX tools, the NCX Control Center, NCX Radio, NCX TV, and a file finder utility. These are simple tools, but they work well and they fit the philosophy of the distro. Now let's talk performance, because this is where NCX really shines. At idle, NCX typically uses around 150 to 200 MB of RAM on a machine with 512 MB or 1 GB of RAM. That is generally impressive. Boot time with Runit as the Init system are very fast. We are talking well under 20 seconds on most machines. Compare that to heavier distros like Ubuntu or Fedora, and the difference is night and day. Even compared to other lightweight distros like MX Linux, NCX is noticeably leaner because it doesn't carry the MX specific tools and heavier desktop environment. Now I want to be fair here, because no distros is perfect for everyone. NCX does have a bit of learning curve, especially around the Init Systems side of things. If you are brand new to Linux, terms like Runit or S666 might feel overwhelming at first, but honestly you don't need to touch any of that to just use the distro. The default Runit setup works perfectly fine right out of the box. The UI also looks quite dated compared to something like Ubuntu or Fedora. It's functional, no question, but if you care a lot about a polished, modern looking desktop, NCX probably isn't your first choice. And because NCX is intentionally minimal, the out-of-the-box software selection is lean. You may find yourself installing a few extra tools depending upon your needs. But again, that's really the philosophy of the distro, give you a clean base and let you build on top of it. None of these are deal breakers, they are just worth knowing before you jump in. So is NCX 26 worth your time? If you have old hardware, absolutely yes, it's one of the best options available right now. If you care about running a systemd-free system and want a real control over your Init system, there is nothing else quite like it. And if you are just someone who like a fast, no-nonsense Linux experience, NCX delivers that too. If you have tried NCX 26, drop a comment below and let me know what you think and which Init system you went with. I read every single comment, so I generally love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, a like really helps the channel, and if you are new here, consider subscribing to NCX Tech for more Linux tips and tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.